Gotcha. Okay, Cal, if you're wondering what's going on, we're cycling people through.
No worries. The more the merrier. No, yeah, exactly what King Kong said. I think going after the drone is very, very important, because what it does is it forces Sunny to not be on her boost beam or her attack damage, so basically she's not really doing any supporting while replacing those. Plus, most of the time, it is a million times better to get that out of the way, because the amount of damage that thing can absorb if you don't take it out can be very, very high. Now, notice Karma was switching targets, so it didn't make too much of a difference, but some monsters don't really have that luxury. It's relatively easy for Kraken and Wraith to switch targets, but with Goliath or Behemoth, for instance, they really need to focus on taking out that Sunny drone. I've always been calling them the Herd. When I first started my Twitch channel and my Facebook, I used to send private messages to anyone that joined, up until the point when I'd be getting a lot every single day, and it was just something I couldn't keep up with. But I would always say, "Welcome to the Herd." I haven't really put it as like a catchphrase or a slogan, but I always refer to it as my Herd. It's just one of those things. My wife uses it from time to time as well. Okay, so same map. It looks like instead of V-Dub being on the assault, we've got Sound on the assault. MMO as the healer again. Same team setup. And let's see what Karma does differently this time. See, like I said, Karma's very good about varying up his gameplay, and I really like that. Now, he might be leaving some tracks here that they might be able to see, so that might be a little bit of a giveaway, but we'll see how the team splits, because a lot of times when you go one way, the hunters think you're going to go that way again. So it'll be interesting to see who goes up here, or if they go with like the normal traditional split. The reason why it's common for monsters and support, or sorry, monsters and hunters to go this way, is because there's a lot of cave areas. So if the monster's being loud, you have footprints. If he's being sneaky, this area is really good because there's a lot of overhead hangs. There's a few back here, but you have to go a far distance for it, and so a lot of people don't really value that as a good investment. So it looks like they are pointing out where the monster's been eating. I do like that. I wish I could see their footprints. So he is doubling back. The formation's a little different. It is a stage 1 Wraith, which means a 3-point Warp Blast, which isn't terrible. It's mostly the stage... Oh, and it looks like that he's got the... I'm hearing voices from something.
He's doing the sound.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All speak is on?
He just passed me.
Sensor is online.
You'll lose sometime today.
I'm not sure if they know that all speaks on. Okay, so we get to hear their dialogue. So I do know that they talk in TeamSpeak a lot. Because I'm in their channel, but I have them muted right now, and so that's probably what they're thinking that they're doing, but they're actually talking in-game as well. So Monster getting shot at. Nice. They should be able to defend some food. Ooh, Meldedy about to get the dome. The dome's going to miss.
Golly, no.
Oh my gosh, the dome hits. Fantastic. This is an awful place to fight, but they were able to get him in. That was a great job. Let's see how they're setting up. Looks like they're taking out the dangerous wildlife. Doing a really, really good job. So right now the assault should be doing a really good job. Sniffing out where the monster went. I think he's just going and killing all the mammoth birds first. I feel that it's more important to focus on the monster right now because it's about halfway through the dome and the monster has taken no damage. I think that this is going to be a very easy breakaway for Karma here.
From a dome. Or, well, I guess you can, but
yeah, I feel like Karma's going to get away with I don't see any damage. Ooh, almost hits. There we go. There's some damage. So it looks like maybe 15-20 seconds left in the dome. 10 seconds now. So yeah, so no permanent damage, but they are going to be able to keep track of him, which is the most important thing. So once they know the dome's going down, what everyone should do is gather around the side of the dome where the monster is gathered, and all get ready to just burst out the gates and follow the monster as much as possible. Nice toxic grenade. Doing a little bit of damage. Looks like the Wraith is going to try and get a strike on the Trapper here, but it looks like he's not going to be able to get anybody and decides to go away. So it looks like he's got 1 in Abduct and maybe 2 in Warp Blast is what I'm guessing right now. So still not enough damage to burst anyone. Great Harpoon by Meldedy. Doing a good job. Might be able to get another doe. Oh, fantastic. Great job by Griffin. Griffin combined with Sunny can do an amazing good job. If Sunny keeps bursting both Val and Griffin, the combination between Tranks and Harpoons can be very, very, very hard to break away. But it does look like Karma does break line of sight, is able to get away. I do like that the monster is being shot at when he's very low on health, just because, oh, fantastic. Once again, another great job and a miss by Wraith, but great job on those Harpoons. Fantastic work, Meldedy. Looks like the monster's getting away, going to eat some food, realizing that he is getting chased, so he might need to actually engage at stage 1 more. Trapper all by himself. He might throw down the dome, but the rest of his team very, very far away. I would hope that the rest of his team doesn't let him... Okay, Sunny tries to cloak, but is a little too far away. There's the boost juice, and away he goes. Now, we might be able to, and it looks like we aren't going to get domed there, but the Trapper did survive. That is the most important thing.
How did that Trank miss?
So it looks like he might evolve in that same spot, but knowing Karma, he does like to shake it up. Ooh, but it does look like he actually might start in the same spot. Nope. He does change it up ever so slightly. I do like that. Like I said, unpredictability, don't be doing the same thing. Fantastic job. I really like that. As for my favorite skin, I really like the Voodoo Kraken, or the Savage Kraken is probably one of my favorite skins. That being the case, Chango, I am actually on the forums all the time. I just don't talk in forums a lot of times, just for various reasons that I'll go into maybe later. Ooh, nice dome. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what he wants to do. He's got 1 point in Decoy, 3 Warp Blast, and 2 Abduct. So as long as they prevent him from eating, they might be able to do... Okay, so he is able to get full armor. Let's see if they're able to start doing that serious damage. So Meldedy, now that they knows, is going after... So if the Wraith goes after Val, Griffin should be on his Harpoon. If Griffin is being attacked, he should definitely be on his main gun. And Sound doing a great job. Hi, Aiden. Do you want to see the monster? Is that the monster? Oh, yeah. Hi, Mikey. Hey, yeah. How's my lovey? What does the monster say? So Val, getting low health, able to heal or burst herself, keep up, and again, that Sunny drone doing a good amount of recovery, but MMO being focused here might be going down by this pounce. Yes, looks like that pounce, and the monster is out of armor, taking a bit of damage. Nice juke with the decoy. Might be able to, oh, and I feel like if he abducted the Trapper, sorry, support, and it looks like, ooh, the medic might get another down, but it looks like he was able to heal, and it looks like they are recovering. So Wraith, running low on armor, is deciding to try and pick people off one at a time. Get ready for the Warp Blast. There's the Warp Blast with a miss. Good job with the juice and keeping each other alive. Hyde doing a little bit of struggle trying to keep up with the Wraith. And here goes the Wraith through the caves. Going to pick up some more armor. So 1 strike on Val, a little bit, maybe a quarter of a bar of health on Karma. So right now, Karma looking very strong in the lead. To answer a question in chat for Benjamin, my favorite monster is the Wraith, but that's just because of the overall intended design for the character. I like that the assassin-y attack from the shadows, hit and run type of monster. However, she's not my favorite to play, nor is she the one that I'm the best with. But concept-wise, I think she's my favorite. And there we go, Wraith. Halfway through to the evolution, going to go and pick apart the caves. Interestingly enough, so there'll be a 6 meat here, which is a good amount for the Wraith. But the problem with that, though, is if you do get ready to evolve, there's not going to be very much food for you after you come out of your little evolution cocoon.
Over there. Dome's ready.
Okay, so the monster is domed, is almost ready to evolve. Going to find this nice little hidey spot back here. Going to be doing a good job. So MMO needs to be careful just because MMO is low on health. Doing a good job killing the wildlife while you can. But I'd like to see a little bit of a split up, especially the assault. I feel that the rest of the team can do a good enough job fighting the wildlife. And it looks like, once again, another dome in which Karma is going to be able to get away just because they're not doing a good job checking all the corners. Normally, when you're fighting against a Wraith, the moment it goes down and you don't know where it is, everybody go towards the corners because it's going to be in a corner. There's no reason it wouldn't be, and it just makes sense. And so I feel that they're too clustered in the middle, trying to play it safe. Ooh, that Nomad. Not quite sure if it's going to come in or not. Looks like it is inside the dome, almost inside the dome. And there goes the Wraith. So the interesting thing is the Wraith is now able to get out of there and do what it wants. Decides to throw up a decoy and try and go after Meldity here. Getting a little bit more armor. Looks like it's not going to try and evade. Looks like it is trying to find a better position to attack or go to stage 3. Most likely just trying to juke out the hunters, try and wait for one of them to get separated like this, like Meldity right here, slightly out of position, where he could abduct him around a corner and do serious damage to him.
Yeah, he just came back around. He's on the decoy. I don't know where everyone went.
I do like that they're calling out decoys. I know that we're only hearing bits and pieces from their hunter dialogue, but
he's by that. Make him out there.
But I do like that they're calling things out. So, monster ready to evolve. Gonna be interesting. The monster still has a good 4.5 minutes left. It only has 1 strike, but going for the evolve. Against this team, though, this is not a very defensive team, so going to stage 3 is actually a pretty decent move here, even though I feel that it's very easy to cheese on the dam. Now, if I were them, I'd immediately go to these stupid 4 things that I think are horribly broken, put Sunny on one, Val on the other, and Sunny's drone on the third, and keep the other 2 people down below, and just absolutely kite the crap out of the Wraith.
1/10 of 1 bar.
Oh,
just for future reference.
1/10 of 1 bar. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, Cal. This video, will this be? Are you streaming this or?
Yes.
Awesome.
Who? Oh, they must be talking in game. I keep on forgetting. I'm like, who's talking to me? Okay, so let's see the setup. So once again, I would like, yeah, exactly where Meldity's going, up here. See, if Sunny's on this one, the shield drone's on this one, Val's on this one, like, you can do an amazing amount of work up here. You can shoot the monster off the relay, and getting knocked off these things is so incredibly hard. Wraith is probably one of the easier ones because you have Warp Blast, but your decoy's not going to come and get you up here. Your Supernova doesn't do any good up here, and your Abduct can sometimes miss just because of the angle that you're being pulled from. So Meldity should be spotting the monster right now. Might be able to go ahead and start shooting it. Should be shooting it right now with his rifle. Yeah, there's no reason not to shoot it right now. You know, chip damage is chip damage regardless of how you look at it. Interesting location for Sunny's drone. Going to have to use a Warp Blast most likely to get rid of that. Val taking heavy damage, almost about to go down. Getting shielded and boost juiced. But it looks like, and again, Karma doing a great job making sure to hit somebody right before going after another target. So I feel like in this position, you had one person over here, you had a couple of people over here. I just feel like it wasn't a very good engage for the hunters just because they were all kind of spread out. So Wraith doing a very good job of trying to keep the medic down as much as possible. And there's the Wraith going to probably try and eat the body. And again, as soon as you see a decoy, people should be avoiding each other to avoid the decoy. One person kites the decoy away, and the other people start shooting bodies and corners for where you think the Wraith is going to go. So Assault down, might be getting picked up right now, but doesn't look like it. I feel at that close range, the harpoons are going to be doing very little, and it looks like the Trapper's the only one up. Going to be a pretty easy clean for Karma. Really good job on Karma. But I do feel that was just a disengage. And I feel like that they weren't using proper practice against a decoy. GG. Once again, Karma, always love watching you because you always vary up your play style, even if it's just slightly, and I really, really like that. It really keeps people off the toes. The Hunters were doing a really, really good job for a very long time. You know, you were able to stick together. There was that one strike that, you know, that happened or whatnot, but for the most part, you're doing pretty decent. That being the case, I feel that once a dome comes down, I feel you spend too much time either fighting wildlife or staying in the middle when you should be combing out, especially at stage 1, and just flushing the monster out from its little hidey holes, and so Karma was able to get through 2 domes without basically taking any damage, but really good job. I feel that the ending, you probably could have been grouped up a little bit better. I feel that the Trapper, and I'll finish talking once they get grouped up. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. On top of that, I feel that Griffin is in an ideal spot. I know that those things are going to be changed, but right now they're cheese-tastic, and I feel that pretty much any domed relay should be fought on those pillars right now until they get fixed, just because they're extremely strong. And so, as such, you had like your Trapper was in one position, and I just felt that you were slightly disjointed when the Wraith did come to engage. Also, when you first saw the Wraith, I feel that the Trapper probably could have started chipping for some damage. I'm not sure why you waited off. I don't know if it was just to not reveal yourself, but otherwise you did a pretty good job chasing around. You were able to dome it quite a few times. I just feel that the biggest work is on flushing it out of the corners, and then once a decoy goes up, make sure one person's basically kiting the decoy away, and other people are either shooting corpses where you think the monster's going to feed, or shooting the general area so that you can find and keep tabs on where the monster's going. But other than that, you were doing a really good job, Meldity, with your harpoons in the first half of the game. Solid work. You were just chaining them one after another, and you were doing a great job. So it looks like they might be swapping out another person. So it looks like we're going to be doing one more game, and then I think we're going to all hop into the TRS, so Turtle Rock Studios.
MaddCow, is there any way I could have improved?
Right now, you're just playing really solid games. You know, you're doing fantastic work. You know, the ability that you go from to hitting one target to have Sunny's drone go on that person, then burst down another person is fantastic. You have really good priority. You're really good at separating and waiting for a good combat initiation. There isn't really too much to say right now. I mean, you're just doing really solid work. I feel like your eating patterns could probably be a little bit tweaked, but I'd actually have to go over the map and kind of pay more attention to that specifically. But I do feel that like you probably could stage up a little bit faster. You probably could have taken slightly optimized routes, but that's kind of really nitpicking at that point. Most of the times when you are ready to get engaged or to engage the hunters, you're picking out good locations. Like whenever you go in that southeast area, I hate fighting any monster in that area. Like it's a death sentence for hunters most of the time. There's a lot of not elite wildlife. There's a lot of hostile wildlife in that area, and there's a lot of pillars, so it makes it easy to break line of sight, get separated, and those things. Plus, if you knock someone into the deep water, they can't really get out and use their weapons. So you pick good locations, and you're really good about just picking off the pack. Just really good job in general.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because like I feel that Hyde probably could have done a little bit more pressure, and so a lot of times when monsters aren't pressured, they kind of just they kind of go through the motions, and so it's really hard to kind of fine tune kind of that kind of play, if that makes sense.
I do think I should choose a different monster though, because